There we go. I have all the energy I need to get started on this episode. Welcome to Y.E.S, Young Entertainment Specialist. We have a great show for you today, coming to you in this segment that we call PromoteYES. And I don't know if you heard that, but I definitely did, because I can understand a lot of things with this microphone that is now working. But we have neighbors upstairs that are rowdy. So hopefully we don't get to catch that audio. Curses. Anyway. Oh, by the way, guys, please engage with me more, react more, laugh more, do whatever. I don't care. Remember, folks, this video is not sponsored by anything, but we have s'mores and soda anyway. Cheers to you. I think I just slurped.
You did.
I did. But whatever. It's the first episode. I don't care. So, how's everybody's week going? Yeah, I mean, Ryan, you just got back from a trip.
Yes, I just got back from Prescott, Arizona, to visit my grandparents. And it was pretty fun. Very warm.
I'll say yes to visiting relatives. That's something that I wish I could do a little bit more often. I miss you, Idaho family, so much. Yeah. Also, if you're watching this, please let me know what you think of me just adding my glasses to it. If it makes me slightly more animated, but weird and looking just strange and all that. I don't know. I use it sometimes to add character, and sometimes I have it just because I need to. But I don't know if it works in all cases. Also, we weren't sure if we tested this before, but got any light coming off of here? Or anything like that?
A little bit when you turn to that.
Alright, that's alright.
But I think you're wearing the glasses. It makes you look intelligent until you do that thing with your eyes. Yes.
Or when I just shift my eyebrows around.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, that thing. Okay. So, today we have a pretty interesting topic. Last week we talked a little bit about just what yes means on this channel in general. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about what am I trying to get at? I call it a yes factor. That sounds probably a lot like something else you've probably seen on television or in interviews or in a magazine, if you knew what a magazine was. And No, they still exist, some, I guess. But the idea is that out in the entertainment industry, there's a lot of times where you think something is awesome or special, and people will dub it either you've got it's an it factor, or you've got the X factor. Shout out to Simon Cowell, you rock. But no offense, I think mine's better. Anyway, or another one, people will call it a wow factor. Makes you think of, Post Malone. Wow. So anyway, I love that commercial. Just letting you know that. Just really want to say that. That commercial. Oh, Come on, man. Come on. It has Utah on it, by the way, if you didn't notice. Anyway, but the yes factor is basically you need to just have a moment where you like connect with something super awesome. Examples of that for me. The entire intro to the original animated Lion King. That entire first sequence, the Circle of Life, or as, what's his name from Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Adrian Pimento?
Yeah, Pimento. It's the circle of life. That was clearly a triangle. That's a great scene. But yeah, that entire sequence. Also, when Kelly Clarkson was announced the American Idol and she sang For a Moment Like This, that was a pretty awesome yes moment. Basically, any speech by Joel McHale in Community is pretty awesome, I will also admit. Obviously, when you watch my album reviews, I have pretty strong reactions to certain albums, not tons of them yet. There's plenty that I could probably go back to. We'll do some throwbacks every once in a while, but those are basically some idealistic moments that were just awesome and mind-blowing. So that's what we're trying to get. And I have a formula for what that looks like. I actually didn't finish it up. But let's see. Tanner, you know my... where's my whiteboard? It's around the backside over there?
It is over there.
Okay, is it far? Is it too complicated to get? Gonna force Tanner to go ahead and get it? I should have prepared this because I really wanted to get it out. But Ryan, you said you had an example of a yes factor moment. So please describe what you think has been yes for you.
Well, let's see. So my yes factor would be my first time seeing a Broadway musical and just the feeling of seeing those actors performing flawlessly and having that chill run down your spine, right? With as you watch in amazement as you watch these awesome actors perform.
What was your first live musical?
That was Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And where did you see that?
That was actually at the high school.
Ah, okay. No, that's still fun. That's still that's good.
I was on stage crew for that production.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why do you seem like you're a stage crew guy? Why does everything that you do kind of relate to that? I mean, your mission calling kind of got you into stuff that, I mean, it's not totally the same thing, but
it's all pretty similar, you're right.
And now I basically have fake hired you to be my studio guy. But yeah, okay. So I actually, I will just comment real quick that, let's see. Well, I've watched a couple of musicals, also like kids musicals, high school musicals. I was involved in 2. The first being Damn Yankees. And then I was also in My Fair Lady. I played music for both of those. Those were both really fun. So just shout out to musicals.
Yeah, My
it's
Fair
awesome.
Lady is excellent. That's one of my favorites. And well, we've watched a few musicals together. Like, what was the last one we watched? Was it Guys and Dolls, right?
That wasn't the last one we watched, but we did watch that, and that one was pretty awesome.
That is true. And I was actually the one to introduce it to you, so.
Mm-hmm. This is true.
He's very proud. He's very, very proud.
I would also say I remember going to see A Christmas Carol a long time ago, and I remember liking it, but I didn't appreciate it as much as I would have now. And then there's this theater somewhere down in St. George. I don't remember what it's called. The giant theater. Yeah.
Theater.
And I remember we went to go see Peter Pan, and that was amazing. I mean, I've always liked the story of Peter Pan anyway.
I've seen the Peter Pan musical at Hell Center Theater, and it was really good.
Yep.
And well, the Hell Center Theater, they always put on great plays. And for those of you out there, the Hell Center Theater, that's down in Orem, Utah. So it's a good place to watch musicals.
Not to be confused with the theater in, where is it?
Sandy, yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's the really big one in Sandy, plus the nice small family one in Orem.
And they've actually been saying they want to build another, that they're trying to get a new location. They want to go on the property where University Mall is.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
No kidding.
I think they're still, well, last I heard, they're still getting the funds together, but they want to move over there.
That would be, I mean, that is a pretty prime location to be able to do something like that. But they have to really, like, either make a high bargain for that, or the mall has to sink really hard in order for stuff like that to happen, which both are potentially possible. Hopefully you don't get much of that video on there. I just had a s'more. You probably heard a little bit of the crunch. I'm hungry. I'm having one. In the meantime,
well,
Tanner.
You got quite yeah, the people definitely saw you eating. Or at least
and why are you keeping that on me? I told you, like, when I'm not talking, it's not about me, okay? By the way, if anyone here is watching the live stream, please comment or leave questions if you would just like us to answer something random. I'm going to have to say that a couple of times in here. And Ryan, just let me know if someone says something. Tanner, you also mentioned that you had a yes factor kind of thing.
Yes.
You're right, Garrett. I did have a yes factor today. So I was down at Provo Town Center. It's a shopping mall in Provo. I was looking for shoes, and I came across an old Hallmark store that had some sports cars in it. And the person who was in charge of the store let me sit in two of them, a Dodge Viper and a Bentley.
Both are awesome, but for some reason I really like the Bentley story.
Yeah, he saw the Bentley picture and he freaked out.
It's a beautiful car, and I'm not like really a big car guy or anything like that. By the way, do I have marshmallow anywhere in me?
No, you were good.
Okay, cool. Because we were having some earlier, and it got messy. Yeah.
We both had it in our beards. It was very nice.
Yeah. and attractive.
There is no charge for
Awesomeness or attractiveness. Okay, so I don't think I made this very thick. I'm going to try to make it somewhat thicker with the marker. But, yeah, that probably helps a little bit. We can catch that. I will get that. So this is the formula that I have created that creates Y.E.S. And no, it doesn't have the actual letters for the acronym. That would be cool if it worked that way, but it doesn't. So I will point it here for the main camera, but it's probably kind of light. You probably can't see it very well. Maybe yes, maybe no, but we'll also turn it here. So basically, this is what it is. T plus W by the power of C. Now, what does that mean? So T here stands for talent. Y.E.S has to have talent in it, in the stuff that we're talking about. There's plenty of things and moments in life where you could feel strongly yes for something, but maybe it's not something that you would maybe necessarily mention on this channel, for example. Maybe yeah, maybe no. I'm not sure. But T stands for talent. T is for talent. No. Then we have a W. W is work. There's plenty of people who are talented but don't put in as much effort as they should, and therefore they go to the wayside. There's a lot of people who put in hours of work, and they can get farther ahead than a lot of people with talent. However, also having said that, sometimes you do need a little bit of that talent in order to get noticed or be able to make something go a little bit farther for you. So those two things together definitely help. Now here's the other element that maybe not all other people will consider or think is as important, and that is the power of C. This stands for character. There's a lot of people out there who are ultra talented, and as people, they suck. Okay? They just do. Or they just are poor or don't have really good people skills. So there's a harsh version of doing that, and there's another version of me that wants to just be nice. And generally, I want to be the person who does that. But sometimes I just can't help myself and release just what I want to get out to you. It has to be so dang evident and strong. So let me know if you think that this is something that makes sense. Because to me, this totally makes sense. All right? What do you guys think? I mean, this is the first time I'm showing either of you two this.
No, I thought it was good.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
I understood it when you used that splitting of minds when you spoke in English and Spanish in one of your videos, right? When I was just by myself with you. So that definitely added the needed flavor to that video, right? Because you did not like that. It was so evident that
it is
you
so fun to be there
hated it.
when you hate them.
Yeah. Anyway, let's keep moving on. So I am curious what other people are thinking. What do you think that it has to have? When I'm talking about the other comparisons, the if factor, the wow factor, the X factor, I think X factor personally just means that there is maybe that little bit of talent or that little bit of something that we have never seen before. An example I go to is Fantasia in season 3 of American Idol.
A little bit of that spaz.
Yeah, it's just like no one
Spunkiness.
sings like her. No one has a voice quite like hers, so therefore it already stands out. So there's something like that, but that doesn't mean that that's necessarily the thing that's going to carry you all the way. Thankfully, she had a good work ethic, and she had her moment for a while. As far as a, let's see, what would be the other one? The it factor, that one just feels undefinable. Everyone says, you've got it. And I'm like, Please tell me what it is. What the crap are you talking about? I don't even know. There's an example like that, I'm sure. And you guys ever heard that? I feel like people mention that a lot on just any talent show, to be serious. And then there's other people who have a wow factor, which basically to me says you have something very surprising, but that doesn't mean it's always appropriate. Yeah. Awkward silence. I just think
Well, there's a lot of that talent on like the AGT or BGT, right? Sometimes you'll get that talent. It's wow, yes, but sometimes they put too much effort to it and a little too much spark to their talent, and you're like, oh, okay, you're good, yes, but you need to tone it down a bit, and then you'll be excellent, and you can go far. That's I've noticed that Simon will often do that. He'll tell those contestants, oh, okay, you got to tone it down a bit, but in his version.
You are too eccentric for what I am dealing with right now. How dare you try to insult my intelligence? Yeah. Simon, I wish you were my adopted great uncle. I wish I could be as blunt as you. You and John Adams are like the two most blunt people, but for the right reasons kind of people that I would like to just learn from. I am not from Boston at all. I don't know how I can deal with that. Those people are strangely and awesomely blunt.
Really?
Which is also why dealing with Red Sox fans is tough. Anyway. That's going to be a fun word for me to keep using. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. So there is that. But I think a yes factor describes that perfectly. If you've got talent, if you've got work ethic, and then if you can add on character, not everyone is going to have perfect character. I'm not everybody expecting to be, Jesus or anything like that. Okay? I'm just asking people, try to be a good person. Try
to be saint-like.
Yeah,
right?
Just try to do the right thing. That's all that I think a yes factor requires and needs. So, I think, is any of this potentially controversial? Does anybody think that there is a moment where someone says, like, you don't need as much as that stuff? Why am I using that tone? I don't get that. Anyway, but I mean, it's not even the word controversial. I feel like a lot of people, I'm trying to figure out, like, is this even... Is there a different route that people say, like, but you can do it this way? Anybody?
I really don't think so. I like the way that you do it already.
Yeah.
I think it's very straightforward and it highlights the important stuff.
Yeah. Well, see, like when I review albums, I'm not necessarily taking in their personal character, but sometimes the character of the album itself. That's probably what I'm referring to. So sometimes something that is showing itself. Like, let's take it back to musicals, for example. There's got to be a tone in the musical, right? There's something that they're trying to say. The art itself, it has to present itself as art. But there has to be something there for us to be able to root for and be able to get behind. I don't think that's unreasonable to be able to say. So, if anybody has anything that they would like to add, what you think, do you like the idea of this yes factor idea? Do you think that this is kind of a wacky idea? Just let us know. And I would love to just get some feedback because this is something that I want to push forward. It's something that I want to get into other people. It's something that I think people would understand and recognize and be able to push to be able to make our talent, our music, our performing arts, anything like this, or sports, etc., 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 can take it up another notch to a better, higher, more productive, higher quality level. So let us know what you think. We're going to go to our fake commercial break right now. So Tanner, please take us there, and we will see you in just a second. Another successful intro to and from our fake commercial. All right. This is probably looking weird from the live stream. I don't know. But it's going to look different when you edit it. So hang in there, folks. I hope you have a good time. Anyhow. So,
speaking of which, Ryan, do we have any viewers on there?
yeah, let's find out. Is anyone
Right
commenting
now,
anything?
It's 2.
Okay.
but,
Any comments? Questions, concerns, constructive criticisms, as Tom would say.
Or rude criticisms, although we don't want to get that.
No comments?
Rude or any
Nothing?
comments.
That's fine.
Oh, now 3 people are watching.
Okay,
Three
that's cool.
people,
Hello,
all right.
people. If you have questions or comments, let me know. We're going to keep talking now. So that was it's something I've always wanted to talk about, but it's kind of funny to try and see if I wanted to bring that topic in any just plain old video. But right now, I think this is a good way to explain it, kind of getting the introduction to this show, and we'll see where we go from here. So we got to keep pitching ideas, and hopefully you guys and we can all just kind of muster things together. But let's see what else we can talk about. I would bring in the news, but I really only have some simple topics that I would like to bring up. Firstly, that here in the U.S., sports are trying to make a comeback. So after all of the quarantine things that have been going on, we are finally having baseball again. And tonight, basketball, once again, is coming back to us. Despite any of the weirdness of those situations that is taking place, I'm going to be as diplomatic as I can, trying to explain that stuff. But it's fun to have sports back. So thank you. I'm glad that some people were able to try and get this coming together. So if anybody else has something worth interesting mentioning, I'm going to look up the scores for NBA games right now. So please, either of you two make comments, or Ryan, if there's something that pops up, let me know. Oh my goodness. Well, I've already got something here. So, in local Utah news, guess who won the first game? Utah Jazz versus the Pelicans. The Jazz win. Yay!
Oh, they did. Awesome.
Yes, they did.
Last time I heard the score, they were losing, so good job.
Yeah, they, let's see, it's 106 to 104. They beat the Pelicans, and everyone's trying to hype up the Pelicans because Zion Williamson is going to be playing, or, played. And, I mean, that dude is awesome. I will take nothing away from that. But I do think that the Utah Jazz have something that is going to help them keep moving forward a little bit. I don't actually know how much you guys follow the Utah Jazz. I mean, I can't make commentary on that.
My brother is a very big Jazz fan, so as long as I'm living in the same house as him, I usually know what's going on.
Oh, okay. So here's something interesting that happened there. Guess who got the most points from the team tonight? From the Utah Jazz, at least.
Who?
Jordan Clarkson, actually. So Jordan Clarkson used to be a Laker, then used to be in Cleveland Cavaliers, and got traded to the Utah Jazz this year. For anyone who, needs a brush up on that kind of stuff. But Jordan Clarkson in a Utah Jazz uniform, for me personally, when I get to see him down there, I think it looks actually kind of funny on him. I don't think it looks like totally wrong. I'm just saying, I think a Lakers jersey and a Cavaliers jersey look like they suited him. Maybe it's just the color scheme. I'm not sure. But I'm glad he's on the Utah team because he's helped them a lot. So that's been pretty cool. Let's see. Anything else that was brought over here? Okay, so on the Pelican side, Brandon Ingram also got the same amount of points. But, they didn't get as many. Let me see what happened. Okay, Zion got 13 points. So, I mean, that's good for the first game coming back. Drew Holiday got 20. J.J. Redick got 21. On the Jazz side, Donovan Mitchell got 20. And Mike Conley got 20. So, good for him. He's had kind of a slower year since coming back from some injury he had a while back. Yeah, I don't know. So, just as a reminder, Tanner, instead of 20, we were at the 10. So, if we're at a 5 or something like that, I'm just going to keep rambling on. We're not going to see how long this is going to be.
Right now we're at 15.
Okay, so that means we basically have 5 more minutes. All right.
My news.
Yes, please share something with us.
All right. Well, it says in California, so California's only known wolf pack, there are now at least 8 new pups.
That's cute.
That is adorable.
Right?
That's
It's
good.
so cute.
Okay, so this isn't going to be live once we post it, but at this moment, it's the end of the third quarter. Anthony Davis with the Lakers, because it's the Lakers-Clippers game going on right now. Anthony Davis has 32 points. So the game's not even over yet. So that's pretty awesome. Good for him. Clippers side, Paul George has 20 and Kawhi Leonard has 22. So, yeah, we'll see. They gotta see who's gonna bring what in the fourth quarter. We'll see what takes place in that regard. Okay. So let's see. Was there anything else that I wanted to wrap up and bring anything else in here? I'm not so sure. I just really wanted to talk about the Y.E.S factor, I guess, today. So that's something pretty fun.
Yeah, and I think we covered that pretty good.
Yeah. I'm trying to, maybe I can just try to think of a couple more examples of what a Y.E.S factor is and try to put them in some different perspectives. Because I have playlists galore on YouTube. I mean, we have that Simple Pleasures playlist that we like to go through a little bit. So okay, so here's an example for all of you audiences looking out there. This is one that's more mature, but I'm going to admit to it anyway, because these two know very well what it is. I don't watch the show Family Guy that much, but there are 2 clips in there where it just kind of says something brutally honest about men. And there's a clip that just goes, "Men, we don't know what we did," in regards to things that we do that girls are trying to tell us something, and it just goes over our heads. It happens. It's so funny because it's true. And then there's another moment where, they're showing 2 girls who are kind of giving backhanded compliments, but men just kind of give each other not big compliments, but we just kind of give each other casual compliments, and it's just like, "Men, we know how to be friends," and it's so great. But yeah, I mean, I don't like to admit that I don't really watch that show. I just kind of get glimpses of it. So something like dark and twisted about me, I guess. So I don't know.
Well, I really like the joke that they had about Sears. I thought that was hilarious.
That was pretty funny. Okay. So let's see. What's another moment? Okay. Oh, here's a really cool moment. So there's one artist named Deadmau5 out there, and he was trying to get some help with a song of his. I wonder if I can pull that up over here, because he made this song. He made a song that he got inspired from a book, and I'm trying to remember what that song was. Oh, for heaven's sakes! The Veld. And my brother actually loves that song a lot. And someone added vocals to it. And it wasn't perfect, but it inspired him so well. And he just was like, "Yes!" Like, he got that just feeling just like pumped up, heads going everywhere. That looked weird, I'm sure. Okay. So, yeah, a lot of that. Let's see. I'm just going to pull up the Simple Pleasures playlist because I need to share more stories on that. Let's see. Oh, there's a great video of a dad playing guitar for these twin babies, and then the babies just kind of go like this, going to the music. It's just adorable. Yeah. And there's another video I have shared on here for some stupid reason. There's 2 babies that are crawling through a hotel hallway, and the parents got them skunk costumes. And they're just going through the hallways like little skunks going this way. And the mom's just saying, "Where are you going, little stinkers? Where are you going, little stinkers?" And Tanner. I wish we could catch more of your laugh. But basically, yeah, there's other people who are like, "Wait, there's skunks going on out there?" Yeah, but it's really funny. I will add one more thing that I think is awesome. I should make links for these probably. We'll see. Any more in here? Oh, there's so many good ones. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, I've got lists in here that would create a great topic for another day. Okay, so I'm going to make a review for Taylor Swift's new album pretty soon, but one that particularly Tanner really loves is when we talk about the song "I Knew You Were Trouble When You Walked In." And it's been parodied. I know you know it. If you haven't been on the internet for years, maybe you don't know it. But there is a goat that screams exactly just like Taylor Swift. On the cold, hard ground. Trouble, trouble. Yeah, that probably wasn't even the best impression of it. But again, that is just gold. Like, the internet was made to do stuff like that. It wasn't made to create all this additional controversy and hatred that we have on there, and for negative comments to be on there and thumbs down and all that crap. That's not what it's for. It's to allow goats to be able to replace vocals for Taylor Swift, for heaven's sakes. That's what the internet was made for, okay? That's a yes factor right there. All right. So anyway, I hope we got the point across, because there's tons of other moments that we can talk like that. We're going to give you more of that. Occasionally, we're going to give you some examples of no. That might be an entirely different topic someday that we might have to delve even deeper into. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what else you would like to see from this show. And thank you for all you who were able to watch, probably for the 5 seconds that you were on there. Who knows? Thanks, guys, for joining me. Sure appreciate it. And yeah,
if you have any yes moments, leave them in the comments.
Yeah, let us know what you think. So yeah, we will catch you later. So sayonara. Get that yes in your life.